Now, about the Hurrians, we have to remember that these people came probably from the Northeast Caucasus, and it took them quite a few centuries to reach northwest Syria. And their language, Hurrian, had nothing to do with Babylonian, which is a Semitic language. Hurrian is an agglutinative language, and they use Babylonian to transcribe it, so it was not really a writing method suitable for their language. And we had problems with deciphering Hurrian. Music helped a lot because it allowed to vocalize certain words, and to vocalize them helped us to understand more how they worked. I was able to make sense of the music part of the text because the text was divided in 2 bits. There was the lyrics and there was the music. The music was on the bottom part. The musical terms I could translate because they were Hurrianized Babylonian. For instance, instead of kablitu or kablitum, if it's all Babylonian, it was kablite, so it was not difficult to understand that there was a link between kablitu and kablite. Sometimes the spelling was different, but it didn't matter. What was important is the sound of it. And also what was very interesting to note is that it's the first time in the history of music that we find the names of composers. And the composers indeed were Hurrian people, as they had Hurrian names. On the other hand, the scribes who notated the music down, the text down, were Babylonian because they have Babylonian names. So obviously these scribes were bilingual Hurrian Babylonian. Also most interesting is that as we believe that the Hurrians might have come from the Northeast Caucasus, the rhythm that we have in those texts, Hurrian texts, or at least in H6, is very much comparable to rhythms that are still practiced in the Northeast Caucasus and which use an alternation of ternary and binary rhythms. For instance, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, or something of the kind. And this is not at all something specific to the ancient Near East. However, what is specific to the ancient Near East is the melody that results from it. And when I first noted down my interpretation of these texts, I presented them in Damascus to great masters of Makam music, and I was quite a bit frightened of their reaction. And guess what? When I started to play this music, they started humming it and said to me, "Oh, this should be in this makam, you know, this note should be a bit higher and this note a bit lower." And straight away I knew that I was right. The proof is in the pudding.